As the two sons, Targaryen and Una, are shrouded in mist and the coverage of light rain, you all, merging through the trees, find yourselves once again staring out upon a vast grassland. There are trees, smattering of trees, here and there, and off to the one side, off to another. This by far is the largest city you have seen, and this is indeed a city. As you look below you, about 50 feet ahead, you actually see that there is already cobblestone leading up to this city. The city is walled with stone and wood. From what you can tell already at this distance, the city itself is set up in tiers, 2 tiers actually, which can be seen from where you stand. Set among these spaces of trees is free of swampland, is free of the must. This is Carnem. The 2 tiers that you can see, there is a lower tier, which seems to be built on some kind of low-set hill, and the higher tier. Both areas are walled, with this light-colored stone, with wood planks setting up out of it. As you ride up, as you approach, the gates are manned, but no entry fee is required. The gates are open. And the moment you enter, you see many people in hoods from the light rain protecting themselves. There are...
Oh god.
It's not a dark and dreary day. It's light. Some people don't have their hoods up, other people do. Depends on their various attire. You can see many of them are actually modestly or moderately dressed. There is a sense of functional fashion in this place. As many women are wearing dresses, but their skirts are pinned up along their sides. So they make these long, drooping swoops along the bustles of their dress. Some men are wearing leathers and shirts, but some of them are wearing vests as well. Some of them look well-to-do, others look a little bit less well-off. But there is a smattering of all different kinds of people here. And what also, much to your pleasure, I'll say, you notice are the buildings. The buildings themselves are taller than the others that you've seen previously, although some are only 1 and 2 stories. Some of them reach to 4 and 5 stories. Constructed of brick, and warm lamplight can be seen on the interior. Some of these much taller buildings are residential, as rented by room after room after room. Others are businesses on the bottom. You see immediately that there is a hat shop. As you pass by the windows, you look up and you can actually see that the rooms above are meant for the workers of this hat shop. There are towers at the front gate, but you also see other people scattered about. The guards themselves actually possess a better sense of an assembled uniform. They're wearing grays and greens, with no particular symbol on them that you can necessarily distinguish, but all of them have a pauldron on their left shoulder, which is this dark gray. Many of them have a green sash around their waists, and usually adorned, again, in leathers or chainmail shirts. The other thing that you notice about this particular area is that there are many roads coming from this place. From the road that you took, you count 6. One continued north, and as you look out, you can already see 2 headed to the east, 2 headed to the west, and 1, which you are coming from now, from the south, moving north. Some people look upon you guys and smile. Others seem a little bit wary. Most of the time you see humans. A smattering of different skin tones, of different colored eyes, of different colored hair and style. You do see a few half-elves here and there, reminding you of your half-elf previously companion. You see one full elf standing outside of a building, but only for a short time before ducking back inside. And you do not see any half-orcs currently as you enter the city.
Definitely don't see any drow.
No.
You are not seeing any drow for the moment. You are not seeing any dark elves.
They don't come out in the sun much.
I mean,
Just
only because
us.
they get this advantage.
Mm-hmm.
Not that they would know what that is.
Nope.
They don't know what that is.
Okay, so I guess first thing is to find a tavern with the horse stall.
Stable.
Go ahead and make a perception check as you all begin wandering about the streets. Or you can talk to someone, whatever makes you happy. We could be so happy.
13. 13 for looking for a stable.
13. It takes you the better part of about half an hour of riding in around the streets. Lefts and rights, exploring around. You end up coming across 3 different ones. The Serpent and the Hound, the Ruby Sword, and a place called the Hammer, although upon second inspection, maybe the Hammer's not the place to go.
Why?
It could have something to do with the women and men draped across.
Okay, understood.
The ruby what?
The ruby sword and the hound and the serpent.
Serpent and the Hound.
The serpent. And the hound.
Okay. I guess between the serpent and the hound and the ruby sword, do they both have stables?
Yes.
Which
one looks
more fun?
more interesting?
Yeah.
Make an insight check for fun or investigation.
That's a
23?
You get the feeling that the Serpent and the Hound is probably going to be more fun.
Okay.
Something about the music playing on the inside, something about the warmth of the lights is very inviting.
I like it. Let's go.
You bring your horses into the back stable. Zoom volunteers to handle everything in the back here, and gestures for you all to go ahead and handle the rooms.
Copy on that. Just one, fam. We can't be spending all this money on rooms.
Alrighty.
We had to get a to-go room or something.
I mean, we can just say we'll go by the day.
Oh yeah,
That's
no,
a
for
thing.
sure.
We're gonna go by the day. Okay, we go inside.
You all go inside and instantly hear this band playing in the corner, this jaunty tune mixed with flutes and violins and drums and tambourines, just this liveliness. You hear people cheering as some people are having a wrestling contest over in the corner. There's not a mat, there's not a ring, they're just having a wrestling competition over in the corner. Although the tables have been strategically placed so that they have been, the table section has actually been placed inward, so people can actually hold it as a shield, keeping them from being too ruckus on the rest of the area. Along the entirety of the front wall is the overall, the barkeep, and you actually see 2 humans who are currently manning the area. Similarly dressed, similar in appearance. You see these 2 people as soon as you enter go, "Be with you in just a moment." And they almost answer in the same kind of timbre.
Are they male, female?
1 male, 1 female.
Interesting, twins.
After a couple of minutes, the man comes up to you. It's like, "Oh, sorry about that. Been a little bit of a ruckus. Hey, keep it down!" Shouting at the people over in the corner as once again you hear this as someone has been thrown against one of the tables. It looks like it cracks slightly. He's like, I'm gonna At any rate, what can I do you for?
We would like a room for the night, and is it all right? We don't know how long we're staying in this town, so can we renew the room each day?
Sure. Is it just the two of you?
It's 3.
Oh, 3? Alright, separate, same?
Same, just 1.
Oh, 1 bed, alright.
Oh,
No,
no.
3 beds.
Turns around.
1 room.
1
3
room.
beds.
2 or 3 beds. 3 preferable, please.
Right. Our fee for, by the night, we do have, a relative, Sylvia! You hear?
Say Sylvia.
Yeah, Sylvia. What? You hear? Are we doing any kind of special? Yeah! 2 for 3! Like, no, the rooms! Oh! 2 for 3! Sorry, that's a little bit of a code for us. Essentially, you get 2 rooms, or 3 rooms for the price of 2 if you want to go each of you having your own singular. They're a lot smaller, but if you're interested.
How much does it run?
Well, this particular deal, if you go for the 3 whole rooms for 2 nights, it ends up running you, I think 30 gold total for all 3, so it'd be 10 gold a night. For each individual room. Or if you just get the 1 room, which, you kind of with the 3 cots, and they're all at once, put you at 17?
Gold per night?
Yeah.
That's way better. That was 30 gold a night.
No, it was 30 gold for 3...
30 gold for 2 nights.
Yeah, for 2 nights. So the separate rooms is a better deal.
Do you want to sleep in separate rooms?
Sure.
It's 2 gold difference, essentially.
It's 2 gold.
Okay, fine. We'll just do what we always do. And...
Well, actually, no. Because for 2 nights, you get the 3 rooms. And that's 30 gold total. So the single room.
So the other one is 34 total.
Yeah, so that's only
For
a
2
4
nights.
gold difference.
Yeah, fair enough.
That's up to you.
I'd rather stay together.
Okay, we'll just take the 1 room.
Alright. You paid up front?
I mean, we're only paying for 1 night as of right now, though.
Yes, 1 night as of now.
Alright.
I'll pay 10 gold if you pay the other.
The
I hand
other
him 1
7.
platinum.
And takes it. Oh, haven't seen a coin like this in a while. Especially from these losers! You hear another crash as someone has now body slammed someone else into the side of one of the tables. And you hear this collective ooh just rise from the crowd. Alright, I'll go ahead and get your room key. Do you need multiple room keys? We only have the 2.
2 would be fine, actually.
Alright. Goes over, fishes in the back, and you see the girl come over and say, will you be needing any kind of sustenance tonight?
Yes, dinner would be great, please. For 3.
Great. Dinner for 3. Sorry we don't have anything special. We just have quarter chicken, a little bit of this rice. It's kind of brown, or at least it probably used to be brown.
I've been eating crocodile for the last 3 weeks. Chicken sounds amazing.
Ah, you're from the south. Oh. Yeah, no, we're gonna get you some chicken.
That would be appreciated.
You see them walking in tandems, weaving in and out of individuals, almost in perfect sync with one another. Eventually, he comes back with the keys and slaps them in your hand. It's like, all right, up the stairs, 2nd floor, kind of in the middle. Sorry, but there is a window. And you're using the stables?
Yes, 3 horses.
All right. We don't necessarily have any kind of security there, so keep your eyes peeled. Don't leave anything too valuable.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Absolutely, absolutely. We can only pay for so much because of the damages. It's gonna be another long night. He goes over and begins sweeping and tidying and continuing about it. There's just, again, that jaunty music, almost like a sea shanty, just billowing around the corner. And you can see now 2 new players have entered the ring and are wrestling and fighting with one another.
Are they betting?
There is currently no betting. It just seems to be whoever wants to challenge someone else to fisticuffs.
You want to challenge each other?
No.
Okay.
That's not Nora's. Nora just kind of chuckles at you, like, thinking you're joking, and like, ha ha ha. And then, like, I'm gonna go help Zoom with the bags.
I'll go help Zoom with the bags.
And then we get Zoom and we go up to the room.
Zoom comes in with some luggage. You can see immediately all of these people take a moment and glance at him, give him this curious stare, but continue about their conversations. You all head up to the 2nd floor, enter your room, and there are currently only 2 cots. You figure that they probably need to bring up the 3rd.
For now, if they don't, I'll share with Nora.
They are about, they're full size, although the edges are a little bit frayed and worn on either side.
It's okay.
I'll lay my stuff down on the floor in like an empty space for now. And I'm gonna feed my puppy again, since I know that I did that this morning.
Everyone piles their things over into the corner. Zoom very carefully places the pouch with the Sprites and opens it up and lays it on its side as they all come out and are stretching. They're like, oh, goodness. Oh, it's good to be on flat ground. And you all take a moment and begin feeding your puppies.
As we're feeding them, we should talk about what we're gonna do here. As we were patrolling the streets, did we see any magical shops that possibly might be selling Sprite bits?
Go ahead and make... this would have been part of your perception check, so go ahead and make another, perception check, because you probably would have been looking for this as you puttered along.
I rolled a 2 earlier for perception, and I just rolled a natural 1. So I wasn't seeing a damn thing.
I got an 8 for perception.
Thinking back, you don't remember seeing
Perception
any.
is 16.
You saw a few interesting shops, but you can't recall their names or what they were doing. You might have to ask.
Are they gonna bring us our food, or are we gonna have to go down and get it? Curious.
At that point, you hear on the door.
Because I was gonna I guess we can ask her.
Oh, yeah,
She's up here.
that's convenient. Good.
You see the girl come in, and she's actually the one carrying the mattress, and you see the brothers carrying in the frame. And sets it down on the ground, sets the other part down on the ground. She has a bundle of sheets and pillows. She hurriedly, her and her brother both in tandem, making the same sweeping arc motions as they fix up the bed. Within the blink of an eye, it's there, and they're sweeping themselves out of the room.
Damn. Wait, I just have a quick question before you go.
Yes?
We're, just traveling through a little bit, but we're wondering if there are any magical stores around, what are they called? Forge. Different forges around. We're just wondering if we can get a couple good locations to visit.
Oh, well, it really depends on what you're looking for. I know there are 3 relatively close by here. How you call magic shops?
Yeah.
3 magic shops around the area. The Unicorn's Caducetorium. There's Proza's Artifacts and Relics, and then there's Sueta and Thorn's Scriptorium. It just depends on what you're really interested in. And when it comes to forges, you want to go to Milo. Definitely make some of the finer work. Although if you're looking for something to rent, something cheap, you need to go to Artie. Does that help?
Yes. Thank you very much.
Did you get all the names?
No, not even a little bit. Okay, Madison, I got the word unicorns written down before you said Candidaporium, and then a bunch of other words I did not understand a single lick of.
It's called a Caducetorium.
Caducetorium. That is the weirdest word I've ever written in my whole life. I just wrote caduceus and then torium on the back.
Caducetorium, sure.
Okay, and the
Prosas?
second one, what was that?
Prosas, artifacts, and relics.
Prosas.
Artifacts and
Okay, and then something scriptorium.
relics.
Sueta, Sueta. Sueta,
S-U-E-T.
yeah, Sueta and Thorns, scriptorium.
I get the feeling that's the one. I don't know why.
It just has like a negative vibe to it. Like I can imagine it being like a red building with like horns and like a
Yeah,
tail. Like
evil.
literally.
Like fire
The
behind all
second
the
you
windows.
said it, all I envisioned was like a red devil. I don't know why, but like that's exactly what I envisioned.
It's a lovely place.
I don't know that.
It's a lovely place. I like it. That's why I designed it. I like it.
So Milo and Andy, are those just people or are those actual 4 names?
It was Artie.
She just said go see Milo if you want the nice stuff, and it's Artie. Artie.
Oh,
Artie, if you want if you're looking to actually use a forge that's cheaper.
Okay. We have these interactions and then have to like analyze these interactions right after.
It's like
It takes. Okay, yeah, sorry.
It's alright.
Alrighty. So there are 3 magical shops.
What time is it right now?
By the time you wandered about and did stuff and things, it's probably around 2. It's probably around 2 o'clock.
Fed the puppies and stuff.
We should go.
And we should go visit at least 1 or 2 places if possible.
Yes, we should.
I'm gonna ask before we leave. I'm gonna ask Talel and Jen and Spice if they need anything while we're out.
Talal actually says, I think I'd like to come with you this time.
Okay.
So if that's all right.
Zoom, do you want to come as well?
Zoom looks and nods.
Jen, Spice.
Spice kind of gives this hesitant no. She seems a little bit tired from travel.
Does she need anything?
No, I don't need anything, but thank you.
Of course.
Oh, she's literally so cute.
Her hair is in like long pigtails off to side in braids.
And Jen?
No, I think I'll be all right. Chala, are you sure you want to go? And he's like, yes, I don't know, I've been feeling... If I see something that I need, there are things that, when I'm working, I think of these things only after the fact. Sometimes actually seeing it will help jog my memory.
Of course.
She goes over and gives him a quick kiss on the cheek. She's like, your memory is wonderful, though.
It's been such a long time since you've had such a cute thing. Okay.
As he leaves, make a perception check. As he walks over and he's like, would you mind if I went with one of you?
Not at all.
One of us?
He nods.
Okay, 11.
21.
Nora, you pick up that as Tella was leaving, she gave him a little smack on the...
Sorry, it's really cute. Because they're a couple. Yes. Don't do that if you don't know people, though. Don't do that. It's bad. You can do it if you're in committed relationship. Okay, sorry.
Zoom goes over and offers in that moment and
Oh, okay. I thought he said, okay.
Okay.
Let's go.
putting up his hood. You all head out, lock the door behind you.
Alarm!
Where are you going first?
I casted alarm.
Ah, yes, you did.
I want to go to Sweat and Thorn's scriptorium first.
Sweat and Thorn's scriptorium. It's such a fun thing. Alright. You go outside of the overall building, do a quick left, a quick right. Are you just going to wander out and try and find it?
No, let's ask somebody.
Alright, you go up to the first person you see, make a charisma check. As you hail them down and ask them.
For me, that's 23.
23?
You hail down the first person you see, which is actually a young girl in maybe her, she's prepubescent, probably 11 or 12. She's wearing what looks like this lovely kind of bonnet, which is meant to keep out the rain. It's this soft gray color. She looks over at you. She just has these bright hazel eyes and what are you looking for?
Suta's and Thorn's scriptorium.
Oh, are you one of those magic people? I've heard of people like you. You're one of the enchanting people.
What's the
I know a little bit about enchanting myself. But Daddy won't let me. He thinks that it's a little bit too crass for a young lady. But I happen to know where it is you're talking about. Come with me! And she skitters off down the street.
Suspicious. Okay, fine. We'll follow.
I'm following her, and you can see just underneath her bonnet are these curly blonde curls. Just
Her innocence won't make me not be suspicious.
I'm just describing her as she runs down the street. She gets to the end of one block, waits for you. Gets to the end of the next block, waits for you. It's a straight shot. And then she points down to the left-hand side. And she's like, you go down this way, and you take a right, and you just keep going.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Have a lovely day. And practice magic if you want to practice magic.
Don't let a man hold you back.
But he's my dad. My dad was supposed to listen to my parents.
Yeah. You should also have free will.
Yeah.
Oh no, we're just
She about to get them teen years real quick.
Yeah, she is. She did this cacophonous. You all walk down the street, take a right. You keep going, and you think you might have passed it, but make a perception check.
That's better.
I got a one.
19.
Wow, it's right.
Up ahead, on the right-hand side of the road, as you all are walking, you glance over and you do see this. It's a relatively narrow building, maybe only 30, 40 feet wide from end to end at the very front. But it extends up 5 floors. And you take that moment. The building itself is, I can't believe I'm getting ready to say it, it is a red brick building.
I fucking knew it!
Are red brick. Many of these buildings are red brick. Let me just go ahead and throw that out there. It's red brick.
This one's extra red!
The shutters are currently pulled on all of the windows except for one of the little top archways.
It's exactly as I envisioned.
You walk up the steps and underneath of this little overhang. You open the door and enter. Immediately when you enter, you see the reason why the shutters are closed is because it's 3 full floors where you can just look straight up. There is a spiral staircase that is in the back corner that goes up all the way 3 floors up, which you can see, and rows upon rows upon rows are what look initially like almost like a honeycomb, almost like a beehive honeycomb, just carved wood place after wood place after wood place, all along the walls. And as you look, you can see inserted into each one is a scroll. Scroll after scroll after scroll. there are about waist high for you guys, and you're about above average height. It are cabinets which have see-through glass panels along the front, which you can see are just reams and reams of paper. You see in another cabinet over in the corner, you see books and tomes. And you just breathe in and you can just smell the parchment just saturating the air.
I can just feel the power.
As you look over, you can actually see what looks like almost a track of sorts. And you see that there's actually a ladder attached to these tracks with small wheels on the bottom. And suddenly, coming around from the corner, whipping around, is a young man, probably in his mid to late 20s. He is wearing glasses. Currently, he has blonde hair, which has flecks of dark brown, just kind of smattered in at the roots. Wearing a simple white button-down shirt, folded up long sleeves, and very simple brown pants. Kind of ratty-looking shoes. But you look at him and you think, heavens above, a nerd.
The first of many to come.
Oh. Is he a human?
He's human. Yes.
Cute.
Make an insight check.
Roll for hotness.
I'm just curious. Okay, we're 15.
15? He's pretty cute.
Like all of them. Okay, never mind.
Why are you doing this?
I'm just curious.
Just stop. Wizards are very, very
I need-
easy to kill.
I need
We do not need none of that shit over here.
good representations. It's cute. Okay.
He actually, and hanging from the edge of his shirt, kind of tucked into his belt, is this just ink-stained cloth of all of these different colors of inks on either side. And you can see actually along his fingers, just ink all over. As he looks around and sees you guys enter in. Ah, hello. How are you doing? And climbs down. What can I do you for?
Oh, we're just looking around. We're new to town and we're hoping to maybe pick up a couple.
He has a little bit of a dashing smile, a little bit of a crooked smile over in the corner of his mouth. One of his teeth, kind of in the corner, is just very faintly chipped.
Yeah, we're new to town and we were just looking around the magical shops. See what we could find.
Sounds good. Well, is there anything that I could possibly help you find?
Well, we were...
He goes over behind the desk, which is actually directly in front, and there is what looks like some kind of reading room in the back.
So is this almost like a library of sorts?
We do have books that you can rent out, as it were, as long as you promise to bring them back.
Do you have anything on sprites and their powers?
Sprites and their powers? Interesting question. We used to have quite a collection of the books about various fays and other individuals, but recently they've been cleared out.
Oh, my.
By who, perchance? I'd love to maybe find them and ask if I could borrow their collection.
There is one particular lady who's come in here a couple of times. Nora Elaloth.
You want to spell that?
Lenara, Leanarah. Lenara. And then Elaloth. Ellalaloth. She's been coming in here procuring different books and such. Probably wants to figure things out. It's none of my none of my business, but well, she certainly has interesting tastes.
What is she figuring out?
Yeah, do tell.
Well, she's been recently been sporting the as she calls it, the up and coming fashion, as it were.
Oh, is that common here? What is it?
What is this new fashion?
up and coming fashion. Well, it's not like me to gossip or anything, but I suppose y'all are new here. The up and coming fashion, she says, is actually these translucent wings, particularly if they're still attached.
To a human?
To various fae folk.
Oh.
You mean they're keeping them alive or wearing them?
As far as I know, I haven't been up in the upper districts where she lives, but she did come in here one time before sending some of her associates to come and collect the books that she's been wanting, you see. But, yeah, she's definitely come by that one time, and I do remember seeing something on her shoulder.
She must die.
Oh, so she had a sprite with her. That's fascinating.
Yeah, it's definitely interesting. Personally, I don't really know if it's really an up and coming fashion. I wouldn't know much about that. He says as he nervously kind of like rubs his neck and like smears ink like all on his neck. Like, well, at any rate, she hasn't yet returned those books, and it's only been relatively recently that she checked them out. So I don't really know if she's going to be coming back with them anytime soon.
Okay, well that's fine. DM question. So, since I have a book for ritual casting now, can I put spells in it?
You could, up to a certain level, I think.
I know it's like, I think I can only do level 1 spells currently because it's supposed to be half my level, which technically, as a blood hunter, I don't get one, even though I use warlock spells. But as a cleric, I would get one.
Right.
Okay, so I can only do level 1 spells currently.
As far as I'm aware, yeah.
Okay.
You could get a familiar. Sorry.
I don't need any more animals. I got a doc. That is all. Look, as much as I'm sure that would be great, I cannot split my attention any further.
Let's see. Oh, so since I'm unfamiliar with the customs here, is anyone allowed to go to the upper districts if we wanted to look at the upcoming fashions?
Usually it's by some kind of invitation. I mean, you're not really penalized if you're like wandering around the streets and you walk through the streets, but if you linger there too long, people start asking questions. You see.
I see.
Yeah, interesting place up there. I mean, I'm usually I'm the only one working this place currently, but anyway.
Oh, and do you know where they're getting these sprites? Is there like a sprite
Store?
shop?
Oh, I don't really rightly know. All I know is rumor started spreading of latest, greatest fashion, and then she sauntered her way in here and started bragging about it. Right. Anyway, yeah. Again, if you want me to keep an eye out on those books, I'll gladly keep an eye out for you. Yeah, I've got a bunch of other scrolls and stuff if you want to peruse.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
I was actually going to ask if you had any inscribing ink.
I do. Actually, if you go up those stairs over there, there's actually an entire shelf from here all the way to the back wall, just filled with ink. There are different colors. I know some people like to do different things, and I happen to know a couple people who do me right by sending in different colors. Adds a little bit of flavor to spell casting. Know a little bit about that myself, but gotta keep to my books.
Thank you. Gonna
Absolutely.
go to the ink.
I will go with her. 'Cause I'm gonna get some too.
You both head upstairs, and he's like, actually, he looks at Zoom and he's like, I've got just the thing that I think you'd be interested in. And he goes over and pulls out some of the scrolls and kind of starts talking to Zoom about different things because he sees his armor. And he's like, You know what would really be working well with that armor is some of this frost here. See, if you work on this frost... What are you both looking at me like that for? What is... You're making me nervous, guys. If you want to roll. Don't rely on my poor acting.
I think it was our protectiveness.
Yeah, I think it was literally like, what are you doing to Zoom? Get away.
He's just having a conversation. He's pointing to different spells.
He can't talk, so does Zoom look uncomfortable at all as we are walking away?
He looks a little bit uncomfortable, but as the guy, starts talking about, like, oh, these, like, different things that he can do with his alligator armor, he becomes intrigued by the things that the guy is saying, and he starts making a couple of signs. He's like, oh, sorry, well, here, I'll just do most of the talking here, and, you can nod or shake your head if you're interested.
Oh,
Oh. Okay, well, I'm gonna go up yonder. We immediately both were like...
It's like...
I didn't even realize I was doing it.
I didn't either, I was just immediately like...
You both, because you were flipping through your notes, and you both laid your hands on the table and started... Like, I feel my heart pounding, like, guys, what are you up to?
No,
You're gonna
Madison.
jump the guy? What are you doing?
What are you up to?
Well, do they have the ink that I need? I just want black. That's all.
They do. They actually, the moment you go up, you see massive inkwells about the size of your fist, a clenched fist, just lining the walls. They are actually stacked 2 or 3 deep, and as he said, there are many different colors. You see that there's an entire shelf dedicated to black, but as you continue looking down the row, there are other colors. There are reds and oranges. There's this gold, which has this kind of metallic sheen to it. There's this dark emerald green. There's this dark navy. And there's even one that kind of has this silvery sheen to it.
Oh, you know the weakness.
She knows the weakness.
I was waiting for silver, as beautiful as silver sharpies.
Oh, it's more beautiful than silver sharpies.
Oh, man.
Would they be as effective, and are they the same price? I don't have.
Looking down the row, the black is the cheapest. Silver with the metallic sheen is a little bit more expensive. The bottle, which, and you can see, like, there's actually a note along the end, kind of on the end caps, are like, oh, if you require less or wish to discuss various pricings for amount, you would just go and talk to him.
Okay, I'll just get black then. I'll get
A big thing of the black kind.
let's get
How much is just like a large inkwell? Like the largest one?
One of the large inkwells is actually 75 gold.
No, oh, ouch.
And how long would that last me?
This would be a lot of spells, actually. It's not like, oh, like this massive inkwell is one spell. Like, you could probably use this for, well, depending on the level of spell, because, like, a first level spell, you could probably use it, like, 50 times. Probably.
You could just get one.
But if you do one of the other ones,
because there's only like...
what's it called? Like, if you do a second or a third or a fourth level spell, if you were trying to get up in the higher levels, it would take more ink just because of the complexity of the spell.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's just get one black one and be done with it.
Okay. Because, yeah, there's only 2. Because I already have one of them. There's only 2 that I can even get. So I won't really need it that much. I just need
First
it for
level
now.
spells?
Yeah, there's only 2 ritual first level spells that I can even get.
Oh.
Because I already have one.
Okay. I think I can get... I'm going to have to review. I think I can get as many as I want.
So they have to be a ritual spell. Like, it has to have the ritual tag in the book?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So I can't just write down any of them.
Right. It has to be a ritual spell. Something that you can do as ritual cast.
Gotcha. And I have Book of Ancient Secrets, which is... Okay, I'm going to have to relook at that, because I think it said I could just keep writing them down. I don't think it had a cap on it, as far as I know.
What do you mean a cap?
Like, a maximum amount of first level ritual castings that I could do.
Oh, well, I mean, like, I only have 3 available to mine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. So, black ink. Is there anything else fun around? Just like scrolls? I can't use scrolls, but
There are all sorts of fun spells around.
Okay, can I find detect poison and disease or purify food? Because those are the only 2 available to me. What kind of fun spells are there? Actually,
There are
I
all
would
sorts of
love
fun
some good spells.
Let me pull up my Word document.
whoa, a whole word document, a whole one. Whoa, a whole one.
I mean, this place is literally filled with scrolls. What about the tomes? I want to look at those next. We'll look at scrolls for now.
You see, as you go down the stairs, that they're all actually alphabetized. Each one has this same kind of little tag, this little end card of what the spell is and the price. And so you see a scroll of protection against fiends. You see a scroll of enhanceability, which it doesn't say what kind of ability, but it just says enhanceability. You see a spell scroll for something called Avard's Black Tentacles, one for Shalale, one for Silence, one for Crown of Madness. Along one of the top shells that has this purple sheen, you see this one actually says Dimension Door. You see another one that says Dissonant Whispers. You see Inflict Wounds. You see Mending. You see Prayer of Healing. You see Warding Bond. And along one of the far corners, you do see Purify Food and Drink.
How much is that one?
That one is, let's see, 175 gold.
But you can only use it once.
Not if I put it in my ritual casting.
If you put it in your ritual casting book, then it consumes the spell scroll, but then you still have it.
Yeah.
Wait, could I do that?
Yes.
That's why I'm looking for ritual spells.
Really? But I can only do level 1. What if they're like higher levels? I suppose I could try. But that would be wasting a lot of gold. Because Dimension Door sounds pretty cool.
Well, okay, yeah,
That's
so
it's a high level spell.
yeah, I can only do things that are within my. So wait, you can't turn scrolls into a ritual? Like, well, I mean, they have to have the ritual tag, but could I get other ritual spells from other, like, classes?
I'm pretty sure for you it can only be cleric.
Okay. That's fine. I'm just curious.
Yeah.
But for you, it might be different. You might be able to get ritual spells from other.
I didn't think about scrolls in that way.
Hey, watching
Scrolls are
Critical
very
Role is like
useful.
basically cheating.
But then if I put it in my book, then I'd be able to cast any of them.
But it would be a
As a
ritual. It would be
ritual.
slower. You wouldn't be able to like use it in battle. But it's just for like good things that around.
Some of these can't be cast as a ritual, but these are just the ones that as you are looking through. These are the ones that immediately catch your eye. As well as like you said Purify Food and Drink, and then there was one other.
Detect poison and disease.
Yeah, that one is actually over there with the other one.
Okay. How much is that one?
That one is also 175 gold.
And then how much is the Prayer of Healing? I know I can't use. Could I use a higher level spell if I have the scroll?
It is a roll, essentially. So if you're using a spell scroll, if it is above a level, or if it's above the level that you currently can perform, then essentially you have to roll for it.
And if I don't roll high enough to use it, does it?
It consumes the scroll and the spell is wasted. Essentially, it's like a wasted spell slot.
Okay. What is? Because I'm sure I have that as a cleric. But let me look before I. You said that was Prayer of Healing.
So while she's looking that up, If I wanted to get
That's
like the
second
dimension
level.
door and put it in my book, even if it's a higher level than level 1?
It's not a ritual.
Okay, that one's not a ritual. Okay.
Yeah, it still has to have the ritual.
Okay, gotcha. My bad. I'm just making sure because I don't know. I'd like to have more spells.
Damn, I wish that was a... I wish Prayer of Healing was a ritual, man. I could fucking fuck some shit up with that one. That's a good one. It's a second level, so I wouldn't be able to use it yet because I wouldn't want to waste it.
Okay.
How much was the Prayer of Healing?
Prayer of Healing, 175.
Yep.
That's kind of wasteful.
Yeah, that's
'Cause
okay. We're
I
not
won't get that
powerful
one
enough yet.
I think I'm gonna... Well, I don't know. Detect poison and disease. Location poisonous creatures and disease. Purify. I feel like Purify food and drink could eventually come into handy just in case.
Nonsense. I'm gonna go look see what Zoom is doing. If he's still like listening to the dude.
He is. He's looking over at some of the other scrolls. As he's like reading them off. He's reading off each one.
Oh,
You said there was
I'm kind of talking about what it does.
tomes. Can I scroll through some tomes?
Scroll through the scrolls.
You go over and look at some of the tomes. Some of them actually just look like very, very nicely bound books. When it comes to the actual tomes...
Interested?
There's one that... Oh, no, wait. Not that one. Whenever I closed all of my...
Sorry. We had to exit out of them. Because the audio is weird. That's why the audio might be weird. Sorry.
You do see... there is a tome of leadership and influence, which is currently locked and bound heavily. That's the only one that you can really make out. The writing on the inside.
I don't think I know this tome.
I mean, we could ask. Wait, did we get his name?
No, we didn't.
As soon
What else? What else is there? What kind of books are around?
If you go back into the reading room, there are all sorts of books. Yeah, there are all sorts of books. You see one about dissecting creatures for various body parts. You see one about plants. You see one about herbs. You see one, actually, like a recipe book where it talks about different things that you can make while you are out traveling, things that you can substitute for other things. There are 3 children's-ish books on some of the lower shelves, and you go in and there are actually like 3 or 4 really comfy looking armchairs kind of tucked in this area. And it's a small fireplace.
Okay, so you said herbs, plants, cooking, children's book. There was one other one, wasn't there?
Dissecting beasts. I like this place. It's a bit eclectic in my mind, but I kind of like it. I'm imagining like a beehive plus books.
How much are the herbs, plants, and cooking books?
That one is 30 gold.
Oh, that's one whole book?
Yes.
Wait, the plants and herbs?
Yeah.
Yeah, the plants and herbs is one book.
So you have to read it.
I mean, yeah.
It'll give you advantage on some stuff.
So the herbs and plants is 30 gold. And as I scroll through, like, would this be helpful to me? Because, I mean, like, I have some knowledge of herbs and plants, but, like, would this be able to help me continue?
Yeah, there are some layman's terms within the book that actually refer to more scientific things or scientific sounding names of herbs and plants in what might be the common vernacular.
Okay. And then the cooking book, how much is that one?
That one is marked down for 18 gold. So yeah, so for example, like the Eclipta prostrata, that right there is also known as a false daisy, and you see that on the inside of the book.
Does it have pictures?
Yes, there are illustrations.
I like it a lot. I like this a lot. Okay.
The ultimate shopping episode.
Okay. Is there anything else? We've gone through the scrolls, the tomes, the books. Are there anything else? I haven't looked at all the glass cabinets. What's in those?
The glass cabinets, though, that is just pure parchment.
Do I need that?
Reams and reams of parchment. You need special parchment in order to put into your book.
I will get some of that in a minute. Okay. How much was the tome? The tome book?
The tome, you look inside and stare at the price, and you think your mind is playing tricks on you.
Yeah, probably.
As it is 50,000 gold.
I'm not even gonna write that down. As much as my charisma needs plus 2 points, no, I'm not even gonna write that down.
Sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand is...
Dun 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 dun.
Oh, so that adds +2 to charisma?
Yes.
Is that your checks or your...
No, that adds 2 to this.
Oh.
That would make hers a 20. But neither...
This is one of the few items that would push your charisma above 20.
Yeah, tomes are the only thing that can push it above a 20.
Well, tomes and I think some magical items.
Some. Well, magical items are meant to push things above, but there are very few things that are like, that you can like read.
This is a permanent +2 to your charisma. And can only be read once every 100 years.
Yeah, you do have to spend 48 straight hours reading it, though.
I'll come back in 100 years.
I'll come back when I have 50,000 gold to come buy this.
Yeah, wow.
As much as I need a plus in charisma, I'm afraid that I'm gonna have to pass.
I don't know, maybe if we pool our resources.
Yeah, girl, I ain't got that much gold. I don't even think if we added up all the gold we've made so far in this campaign, I don't think we'd have that much.
No, I mean, you have it all in your notes.
I mean, you want me to go ahead, I can add it. But I got it. Okay, so...
That's all I've seen from this place. I don't need any of the books.
Oh, I'm gonna, let's see. So, we're splitting the ink.
Yeah. So that would be,
That'd be...
30...
Since you're gonna use it more, I'm gonna pay 36 gold and you're gonna pay 38.
I can pay more.
That's okay.
Wait, but
I'm still gonna use it for 2 of them.
if it's 75...
75 is 37.5.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, I'll pay 38.
And I'll pay 36.
I've been spending so much gold lately.
I know, I'm like getting drowned out. We're gonna earn some cash. Okay.
What's that?
What's up,
Earn some cash. How much for like okay, so if I was to go up to this young man, I'm gonna bring yonder, let's see. How much was, no, I don't, no, Sophia. No, and no. Okay, so if I was to get if I was to bring up the 2 spells, the detect poison and disease and purify food and drink, as well as the herbs and plants book and the cooking book, and about how much paper would I need to put 2 spells into my ritual book?
You'd probably need probably 4.
Okay, so then if I was gonna get like 10 pages of the nice, good spell paper.
It'd be like 20 gold.
Isn't it already in your...
I mean, would I have enough paper in the...
And when you run out in your book.
Okay, so I haven't run out yet.
Right.
Because I only have 1 spell in there. Yeah. Okay, so I'm not gonna get paper. But if I was to bring up this, the ink and the 2 scrolls and the 2 books, and that's, hold on one second.
Oh, howdy. Right. Sorry, snuck up on me there. So sorry, friend. I'll be with you in a second. As he ushers Zoom over to one of the corners and kind of points to some of the books and like, maybe you'd be interested in one of these.
Okay. So it's 398 gold. If I could get that down even, just that down even.
Make a perception check.
Oof.
Both of us?
Okay.
Oh, man.
Well, mostly just Talavin, because because where are you? Are you with her?
Yeah.
I mean, we were just kind of walking together.
Yeah.
Okay, if
Sorry,
you're walking together, then you can make it too.
Tainted, tainted 20. That is not. Oh, damn.
That's a 23. I see. Why did you do that
23.
now?
Both of you notice whenever the guy points over to some of the books over in the corner, the way Zoom looks, just there's something weird to his eyes whenever he looks over.
He can read now! Sorry.
Oh, did they do something he can read? Oh my god.
Sorry. I just know these things.
So I kind of like lay down the things that I'm gonna get, not including the ink so far. Well, actually, are you getting anything besides the ink?
No.
So I'm gonna lay all of this down. Are you getting any paper?
No.
Okay.
Well, my tome should be fine, right? Do I need more paper?
Yeah, no, you ought to be all right.
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
So I'm gonna lay down the ink, the 2 spells, and the 2 books.
Ooh, friendo. That's a lot of gold.
Hey, but this is including the ink, so I'm gonna see if I can like knock this down a little bit. I'm just gonna be like, is there any way that we can, since I'm buying so much, could I get some of this gold off? Perchance?
You said your final total was going to be.
So including if I'm just gonna pay for all of this myself, it's 473. It's 473 for the large inkwell, the 2 spells, and the 2 books.
So 43. That's 47. See, that comes out to 440 gold. All right.
Is that right?
Two scrolls, 2 books.
175, 30, 18, and then 75. It's 473.
473. Well, how much you got?
I got 350.
350. We'll just go ahead and call it even. Y'all are nice and friendly folk, and can't say that there are too many other people who are reading around here, other than some of the other cloud top people. But
Okay, well, I hand him 350 gold.
he takes it and shuffles it away and pushes the thing. So like, all right, well, you have a good day now.
Thank you.
Unless there's anything else that you want.
I guess we'll just be waiting on our friend for now.
He's like, oh, are you finished over there, friend? And Zoom nods and walks over to you guys.
Are you ready to go?
He's like, you ready to go, friend? Nods, just still looking at all of the books.
Do you want to buy something?
Shakes his head.
There's some good books in there worth reading.
Shakes his head.
All right.
It's like, no, it's all right. Y'all are more than welcome to come back at any time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I appreciate that.
Absolutely.
And we're gonna...
Okay.
You all mosey out.
Bro, I just fucking stole from that man. I can't believe he said
You got what was it, 170?
I got 100.
Off?
Yeah, no, I got 123 gold off.
Wow.
You showed me 38.
I owe you 38?
Yeah, for the ink. I paid for it.
Oh, I subtracted.
Oh, no, I'm just saying I'm still going to take the 38. I'm going
Oh,
to...
okay. That's fine. I mean, I subtracted. Okay, sure.
I know you subtract, but I'm just saying I'm not going to let you key in on my good deal. I'm sorry, fam.
No.
Okay,
All
so
right.
300. I spent.
What time is it now?
12.
It's you all were in there for quite a while. It's probably been about 45 minutes, as you all were perusing and reading and just getting a general feel for everything that was going on.
Alrighty. Wait, as right before we exit, can I ask him where the unicorn's catastorium is?
Sorry. You just head right down the road, over to go down right, and you keep going, and then it's right over there.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Have a good day. You all head out.
Okay. To the unicorn?
Yeah!
Yeah!
I'm gonna spend all of my gold.
You guys head out, continue down the road, and it takes you guys about. Since you're unfamiliar with the area, go ahead and make a perception check. As you guys are making
Natural
sure that you're-
1. I was actually about to speak with Zoom, so I'm gonna be completely inhabilitated, apparently.
16. So
When do you speak to him?
Well, I mean, as we were
Immediately after,
leaving,
or-
and as we're, I guess, following Nora because she knows where the fuck we're going, I was just gonna kind of link with him, and I was gonna be like, "Are you okay? Did he do something to you?"
No, he's the best friend I've ever had. He's so nice. He's really nice. I like the way he talks. That look for.
And I'm gonna kind of look over and be like, "Talal, did he do something to Zoom?"
You don't see Talal.
Where the fuck is Talal? I'm about to burn this man's whole bookshop down. Out loud.
perception.
Where's Talal?
wait, say it out loud or something.
No, I said, "Where's Talal?" out loud. I said,
what?
I said, "Talal, did he do something to Zoom?" Bro, this man's gonna die. Okay,
Wait,
you don't want to play me.
Before we check, is Talal actually gone?
You can check.
I'm gonna
I mean, you're
check.
still
12.
linked with Zoom.
12? I'm pulling this man's shit off.
He's just looking. What are you doing?
Tala's gone?
Is he gone? No! Get that ass back over here!
You go back in and you.
I bust this man's door down. No, this man's door is gone. Nope. Strength check. Nope. Nope, that's a 2. Bro, do something. Do something!
Zoom walks back overhead, cocked to the side. What are you doing?
What? Oh my god. I'm gonna bust it again. Oh, tainted 20. Get that door open.
You try again. It starts breaking partially open, and you hear, what are you doing?
I bust that
Wait,
shit
who
again.
says that? Is it someone just on the street?
There are a couple people passing by who see you, and they're like,
Oh, I don't give a shit. No, he took Talal. He's gonna die. He will die today. I don't care. 14.
you need another strong
How
one.
did
Zoom
you
just.
see him?
No!
He's hidden. I'm
14 again. Come on.
okay.
You hear,
Down the door, okay? 13. Okay,
Zoom looks. What are you trying to get inside his house?
18.
18. You. The door breaks, partially chipping the
I
edges.
pull out my
You see him.
sword.
He is currently making his way to the back rather rapidly.
oh no!
I pull out my sword, nick myself, lightning, motherfucker. I'm after this man. You better get back here with our friend. I'll kill you.
He looks and he's like, no, I think you want to be my friend. He waves his hand and needs you to make a wisdom saving throw.
I'm resistant to being charmed. No, bitches. I won this man. Sword ready. I'm going to kill him.
You have to use your full action and your movement in order to get up to him.
That's fine. Full movement.
As he staggers back and he presses himself against the wall.
He's
like,
against the wall. I'm blocking his exit. Unless he's gonna go through me or to Nora.
So you run up and you grab. Are you grabbing
Grab
him?
him.
What are you doing?
Grab
Okay,
it.
you go up and you grab him. Go ahead and make just a strength check.
I'm going as well, just so you know.
8.
As you grab him around the neck and you yank him forward, electricity crackling off of your weapon. Say, where did you put our friend? He's like, I really don't know what you're talking about.
Not want to lie to me. Intimidation. I have advantage.
Are you there? I'm calling out to him.
Make a perception check.
19! 23!
He actually has a pouch on his side that was currently slightly obscured. And as you look, you do see a hand that is pressed out from the side.
I snatched that shit right off his... I'm still killing this fool. I'm killing him. You better grab that pouch.
Oh, yeah,
Because I'm getting this fool. He
I got
ain't
the pouch.
leaving.
And I open...
As you grab him and kind of thrust him forward, he's like, you're not gonna get away with this.
I'll kill you.
You ain't gonna rightly kill me. They will. Eventually. You're gonna pay for everything you're doing to all the sprites.
What? What? He thinks we're one of them. Oh, god damn it.
What?
God damn it.
As you're still grabbing him, he's just giving you this defiant look. He's ready for whatever you have. And you hear,
Whoa.
wait! And apparating on his shoulder, who was it previously invisible, is another sprite.
What? What the hell? I'm about to kill this man. I was gonna kill this man.
Currently grabbing onto his collar, you can see him,
I have the biggest
hair
headache of
is-
my life right now.
his hair is kind of this short black, kind of slightly buzzed on the sides, longer-ish on the top. He has these coal black eyes, and as he's looking, you can see he still has his wings, and he's currently grabbing onto the guy's collar, because you didn't technically ask for his name, I don't think.
No, we didn't.
And is holding out his hand. Like, no, wait. I think this has just been a misunderstanding. Would you please shut the door? Yeah. Zoom nods, shuts the door.
God damn it, Zoom! She was over there rolling this whole time. It was fucking pissing me off. I was like, what is she doing? God, we should have said.
He was hidden. It's never... Okay, fine. It's done. Okay.
We were here like, oh, he taught him how to read. We're idiots.
Okay, so I opened the bag with Talal.
Dude.
I opened Talal.
Talal, was like, I was trying to shout for you. Is everyone alright? He looks up, making his own quick perception check, and as he looks up, the two sprites make eye contact, and Talal grabs the edge, looking up, and he goes, Vin! Vin! Are you alright? And he just looks, and he's like, yes, we're currently defusing a situation. Diplomacy's not really my strong suit.
I'm still gripping this man's fucking collar though, for realsies.
Wait, you mean you're not part of the group who's catching him?
No, we're trying to fucking find him
We're
so we can
hunting
kill him. Stealing people.
Could you possibly let go of my collar? Look, I didn't rightly know. Then
You
he told me
ask Talal? You just stuck him in a pouch?
he could have been under some kind of spell. I don't know.
You mean like you put our friend under a spell?
Yes, exactly.
We'll undo it.
Hey, make it be friendly to you. Are you still grabbing him?
No, I let go.
He takes a staggering step back. The shelves kind of as he leans back. The one sprite who's still grabbing a hold, he's like, "You better be more careful." It's like, and Vin's like, "It was my fault. I was the one who noticed Talal." He's like, "Don't blame Raymond here."
Well, I don't particularly blame you because the Sprites...
I was the one who noticed. I was the one who pointed it out to him. He didn't notice at first. Talel's really good at hiding himself when he can. I'm the one who noticed. I prompted him. Really, please. And Raymond, the human, kind of instinctually just places a hand nearby. Still seems on the defensive.
I still look super pissed.
Sorry, you have no idea what we
Look, I apologize. I didn't rightly know.
I apologize.
Me too. I'm gonna go mend his door.
We've been through a lot to keep him safe, and the fact that we just let him slip through our fingers is rather upsetting.
Sorry, Talal.
And you hear, no, it's glad you came back for me. It was a little bit of a surprise. He came up from behind after charming Zoom there, and that pouch actually has an enchantment on it. Helps keeps things quiet.
That fucking silence spell up there.
Whew.
Like, I can only imagine. That's for the benefit of other sprites. He addresses Raymond. It's like, yeah, that's right. Yeah, I've come across a couple others who have managed to help out, but they didn't stick around. Not like Vin here.
So you have been able to help other ones. Are there a lot in this city?
Nods. Yeah, there are a lot. Especially coming from that lady. And right after she ordered those books, I noticed a lot of other people coming in. Some of them are wearing them. Whenever I saw him on Zoom, I rightly thought this exact same thing happened. Tried to do what I could.
Well, that's a relief, though. Most
So
of
you
them
said
are
you've
alive.
only saved a couple, but have most of them been alive that you haven't been able to grab?
That's right. Some of them are missing wings like your friend here. Which is one of the other reasons why I thought I needed to help step in after Vin pointed it out to me.
Understandable. I'm sorry for the misunderstanding.
No. I didn't really know your all's true intentions. When it comes to reading people, I'm not necessarily the best.
We can be a little curt and rough around the edges anyways.
Places his hand down. It's like, I'm gonna go ahead and relock that door there. Then you want to stay put here? And then flutters nearby and he's like, yes, I'd like to. Could we possibly find a place to sit and not have Talal in a pouch?
Oh,
We took him out of the pouch.
Yeah, I had him.
Yeah,
Oh,
we took
okay.
him out.
Yeah. I had him
And
in
he's
my
like, Talal's like, it would be nice to speak to then. Could we possibly go to the sitting area? You all go in there. Zoom happily pushes the chairs together before he gets this strange look on his face, and he shakes his head, and he just glares at Raymond as he realizes what happened.
And I just kind of put my hand on his shoulder, and I'm just like, it's fine for now.
He just gives him this little bit of a snarl under his breath as he sits down, folds his arms. Talal, after you place him on the table, Vin goes over and they both kind of Beastmaster clap each other on the arm and just kind of give each other this quick hug before.
They're so cool!
They're like, Vin immediately, they both in sync just sit down and start conversing very, very quickly. As like, what ended up happening? To you? I mean, I saw you managing to fly away. When did that happen? Your wing. Talal's, it's a very long story, and the last thing I saw was you actually getting caught. I was like, what ended up happening to you? That's more interesting than this. At this point, Raymond actually comes back. He's like, managed to lock up all the doors and windows. Don't really expect any more business. He looks over. It's like, sorry for, again. I was hoping giving you a good deal would get you out and down. I didn't realize you'd be...
Damn, we should have squandered this ass for more money then. I just kind of like glare at him a little bit. I'm like...
So, how did you end up finding Vin? You're obviously a friend of the Sprites like us.
Right. A couple people came in, actually. strange looking folk. Looked like they weren't from around here. Probably from the south by the looks of their clothes. Probably much further south. And came in, asked if I was interested in helping out my various businesses and wares. Said that they could get me a steady income if I was willing to barter in some of their wares. I said initially that I wasn't sure if I was interested, wanted to see what it was they were talking about. And they pulled out Vin here. I've not really known what else to do, ended up buying him. It took quite a bit of convincing on my part to get him to trust me. Make sure that he didn't think I was tricking him or anything. And Vin, at this point, who was initially talking to Lal, pauses that conversation with an actual finger and he's like, I still don't know if I trust you. Raymond just kind of, that's alright. You don't necessarily need to trust me as long as we can work together. At any rate, after bringing Vin in here, the amount of business definitely decreased as a few other individuals came by.
But you said your business decreased.
That's right.
Is it because you...
Apparently, a few of the other people who used to be coming in here, made it big and took off. People who used to be buying up some of these scrolls here, some local enchanters, people learning magic, all of a sudden, they started moving to the upper districts. Started conversing with, what's her name? Leonara, the lady. Started talking with her, started making connections. All of a sudden, they're big shots.
So wait a second. Didn't they promise you that you would be big as well? Why? I'm confused.
After they came in with Vin, they came in with a couple of other products, which I said I wasn't necessarily interested in. I said I was only interested in the live. You can see Vin just kind of gives him a little bit of a glare, and he's like, I have to speak the vernacular of these people.
What other items did they bring in? What other items did they bring in?
What looked like powdered something. Ground and powdered.
Ah.
I said I wasn't interested in that, and let's just say they didn't take too kindly since I made one purchase. They thought I was going to be a consistent customer. They've either been scaring off my business or, enticing them with promises of grandeur, and apparently they're delivering.
I see. Well, I do believe we know what that material was, that dust material.
I do too.
We have a vial of it, actually. We obtained it from a forge down south.
I see. Well, I don't really know what to do with it. I'm having the heart to try and experiment with anything like that. I'm good with my ink-stained hands.
Right. So these mysterious people haven't been back into your shop since...
No, they vanished, haven't reappeared. Actually, they didn't show up until last week. Last week is when they made their next reappearance.
How many times have they been in this town?
Been in the town or been here in the shop?
Just, do you know how long they've been in town?
They've been in town right now for about a week.
They're still here.
Ah, we caught up to them then.
We gotta get that ass! That ass is gross! Sorry. So we've been so far behind them. I feel like we've just been getting further and further away.
I only have my peddling spells. They're effective as best they can be, but against a group, I'm not as efficient as I could be. And frankly, I don't really know too much of combat. So I stay here with my books, my scrolls, and my inks. I figured regular folk could actually go around it.
Do you know how they're using the wing dust?
I know I don't. And I haven't thought to really ask anybody. by the time I figure out somebody has actually been purchasing, by the time I go by to start making inquiries, they have already moved on somewhere else or something. I don't really know. Some of them are with Leonara, and other people have either moved off or who knows.
Do you happen to know where these people selling are staying?
I believe they're staying with Leonara. And I was against it. And then he just gets this mischievous smile on his face as he looks down, and Tala's like, "You did not." And Vin just kind of gets this cheeky grin again, and he's like, I actually ended up tailing them one day. Managed to sneak out the door when he wasn't looking. Managed to follow them as far as I could, or at least as far as I was comfortable with, but they were headed to this lady's house.
I'm gonna pull out my sketchbook, because I drew her face. I'm gonna, show it to him and be like, is this her?
Yeah, that's Leonara.
And then I quickly close it and put it back, because I don't want anybody looking through my shit.
Yeah, that's the lady, all right. You got all of her jewelry and everything.
Yes.
Wow.
So she's in the upper district. When was, so you said there have been people that have been living in this district that have been moving up into that district because of buying these products?
Seems like it. Whatever it is that they're doing, they either find out something and are employed, or maybe they find out a little bit too much and they disappear. I only know that some of the people I haven't heard from in quite a while.
So curiously, are these people going around and selling to just anyone, or are they singling out people? Obviously you work with magic. Do these other people work with different kinds of magic?
Some of them work with different kinds of magic, that's right. It just kind of depends on the individual.
Do you know of anyone else that has turned them away?
Not that I'm aware of. It's not like I go around sporting my little friend over here. He's like, I could still beat you. I know you could.
Okay, I'm calm. And I like.
Yeah, I'm
I
finally brought down. I had to bring myself down.
Why? It's we're always on guard.
I know, we're always on guard, and she just catches us.
We fall
right there.
Every time.
God, man, that shit fucked me up. I mean, obviously, I knew there was something sort of up with Zoom, but I was like, oh, he was being super friendly. Maybe he just seemed.
Did you notice he started playing with his collar a little bit more? He seemed a little bit nervous. Let you walk away with an extra hundreds, 50 gold
He's not
worth
getting
of
that gold.
materials just to get you out of the shop.
I know. I always miss those towels. I always miss them.
I wasn't even fucking thinking that way.
Because we were like, oh, it's fine.
Got your little country bumpkin over here.
It was the accent. It was the fucking accent. I know it was.
Don't rely on my acting skills.
We're gonna have to go see this Lenara.
Well, I don't think that's a good idea. Or at least not outright. I mean, if you're gonna be going up there, you need to be sure you have a plan. I mean, I haven't really seen the place myself, but Vin over here has. And then, once again, he and Talal have quieted down. And in this moment, Vin looks over and is like, yes, that's correct. I have kind of perused around the relative perimeter. I didn't want to get too close, as I wasn't sure what kind of enchantments might be nearby. And I only have a certain amount of abilities myself. But be that as it may, it's a rather grand area. 3 stories, massive windows, but it is placed a little bit on a hill. And if I really focused, some of the hill doesn't really look natural.
Like there could be something beneath the house.
Precisely my point. Oh, I'm sorry. I haven't really introduced myself. Apologies. And he stands up and Talal just shakes his head, he's trying to be formal. He takes a moment and bows his wings, standing straight upright as he comes back up. Like, I am Vin Haladrel. Pleasure to meet you.
I'm Nora Naerstar.
Pleasure to meet you, ma'am.
How do you spell that last name?
I don't know. I was looking at my paper.
Hollardel. Haladrel.
I'm just gonna put LLAR ...
Yeah, Vin Haladrel.
Halardro. Cool.
Okay.
And I'll also give like a small bow, and I'm Talavin, Naerstar. And this is Zoom.
Zoom. He still glares at Raymond, but gives a nod. Like, definitely take more after your human side. Glad to see. At any rate, I haven't necessarily gotten a very good view of everything, but I'm sure there's a way to get the lady's attention. She is into fashion, and she does enjoy sporting her various prizes. You can see now there's this kind of this dark gray energy that just kind of pulses from his wings as he kind of spits out these words.
So she has a lot of different sprites that she adorns herself with.
She would say she has a collection of all sorts of individuals. It depends on whatever she wears. Depends on how she's
One
feeling.
for every outfit.
All I know is that can't be all of it. I mean, obviously, something else has got to be going on. She's not just wearing us for earrings.
Obviously, they're helping people, but we can't seem to figure out how.
Well, I don't rightly know, but if you all are going in, you know you have my full support. I'll do whatever I can. But, I don't think we should be going in there without some kind of plan.
I agree. We're going to have to go up there to get to the root of it.
Do you know where these folks that are selling, do you know where they frequent the most? Are they out and about every day?
Tend to wander about every couple of days.
Have you seen, in particular, a hooded folk with a mask? And I'll pull out my sketchbook again, and I'll show them like the drawing of the mask and general facade of the hooded figure that I drew.
Yeah, I did see him come in.
When?
Do you know if he's still around?
I don't know. He only came in one time. Didn't really say too much. He just wandered about, looked at all of the different scrolls, the different books, looked at some of the inks, and didn't say anything, just gave a nod of his head and took off.
About how long ago was that?
This has been 4 days ago? Gave me a nice hard long look, but didn't really say anything. Probably saw my friend here, now that I think about it.
Oof. Yeah, he has abilities.
I believe it. A lot of these people toting sprites are.
So we've been following a group of, is it 5 people, including the hooded figure? Because it was 4 people originally at that tavern that I remember, and then the hooded figure would make 5. Is that correct, Madison?
Based on the numbers that you saw from the last village, there were 5 individuals, and then there was one who broke off. But, like, in the original numbers, whenever you were, like, counting up, there were 5. And then there should have been one more.
So there's...
Or no, sorry, there were 4. There were 4, and then a 5th one, so the one broke off.
But he came back. That was the hooded figure, wasn't it?
Right.
So there is 5.
So there are 5 total, including the hooded figure.
Yeah, and the hooded figure might be here, so there's at least 5 here. There's at least 4 here, maybe the hooded figure.
Right. My heart's just now starting to come down. You are really quick with that blade.
Well, sorry, but you took one of my friends.
We're often on guard. Apparently not enough, though.
Honestly, I'd get lost in a place like this too. That's why I work here.
Okay.
Vin sits back down and continues talking with Talal.
Okay. Oh, what's your name, by the way?
Raymond.
He kept calling him Raymond.
Oh, I missed that.
Oh, Raymond Lionel. Sorry I didn't properly introduce myself.
Well, we've been otherwise occupied, apparently.
Right, you said you're Talavin?
Talavin.
Talavin, that's right. And you're Nora.
Yes.
All right, pleasure to meet you.
So, you said we can count on your support on any plan that we create?
That's right. I'd like to see whatever it is that they've got going on. I'd really like to see that come to some kind of end, some kind of conclusion. I mean, I know better, and frankly, a lot of the people who I used to know also know better. But I can't control their actions. I can only control my own. Well, he looks at Zoom apologetically, within reason. I am sorry about that, friend.
Zoom.
I do have one question. I believe that I can trust you now.
I can trust you too. Certainly a different kind of circumstance, different kind of trust. You can see where your fingers have almost torn through his shirt.
I'm not casting mending on him.
Not sorry. Sorry, not sorry.
Man. What was it? Oh, yes. We did save a sprite from a magic shop down south. The person who bought her was, said that she was for protection. Have you heard anything about that?
No, I haven't really heard anything about that. I mean, he looks at Vince like, do you know anything about, y'all being able to protect people? And Vin just kind of rolls his eyes and just slowly looks around and is like, do you think if I was able to protect myself, that I would be in this situation? No. We can only protect ourselves within a certain degree until we are completely overwhelmed. And this was a perfect circumstance of us being completely overwhelmed by everything that ended up happening.
I see. Maybe he meant...
Like, no, whatever this protection is that he's referring to, I don't know about it.
Alright, maybe he was referring to something else in reference to.
Perhaps so. I wish I knew. Then I could shout it from the rooftops that whatever it is that they're thinking about is completely false. But, unfortunately, I don't think my voice will carry.
Oof. My notes are getting messy. Rats. This one. What?
I assume y'all will be staying here for some time, right?
Yes, until we get this sorted out.
Right, I don't know if y'all are staying any place, but if you need a place to be, you can come down here. I've actually got a couple of spare bedrooms. Maybe this way we can make a better plan as to try and figure out what it is we can do for these guys here.
Alright, we may take you up on that in the future, but as of now, we have booked a room in one of the inns. We have horses to see.
Right. And I can see why I haven't necessarily been the most trustworthy individual, but I promise you I'm forthcoming from now on.
Thank you.
I just had to keep up my guard, you know. Try and do what I can to protect them.
Why are you so adamant about this fight? If you don't mind my asking.
When I was a lot younger, I obviously didn't necessarily run the shop. I actually grew up in some farmland a little bit east of here. And one of the pastimes when I was supposed to be tilling the fields was actually running around and trying to figure out how to cast spells and... well, look at me now, but at the time it seemed like a complete dream. Ended up coming across a couple of sprites who ended up laughing at me. Eventually taught me a couple tricks. After apparently I amused them enough to earn some respect. Definitely knew from that anybody who had a quick wit like that certainly is more than human.
I see. Well, that's quite nice. I don't have anything else. Let's see, Upper Town. Things.
About how late is it currently?
By the time this entire transaction occurred, it's probably around 4 o'clock. Because you all, by the time everything got settled, it was around 2. You all wandered about, went inside the store, had this whole conversation. So it's been a couple of hours since you left.
Okay. Oh, I do have a question. Is the unicorn's catastatorium in the Prosa's artifacts?
The unicorn's caducetorium. That's right. And Prosa's artifacts and relics.
Are they still in business, as well as the Prosa's artifacts and relics?
They are, actually. They're a couple of buddies of mine.
I see.
I can tell you, they're also clean. They're good individuals, and as far as I'm aware, as far as they told me, and I know they wouldn't lie to me, they actually did not take up these strangers on their offer. At the time, they didn't necessarily think what it might have been that they were peddling. When I told them, they just as shocked and might not be able to read people, but I can read them. They're easy.
I see.
You can't hardly lie to save their life.
I see. That's good to know.
Well, I hate to put this off for one more day, but, well, that's only 4 o'clock.
We could start trying to...
We could at least go up and look at the place. I wouldn't feel comfortable bringing Talal.
And Talal's like, no, I'm going.
Okay.
Like, we finally have a clue. We finally have some kind of end goal. If at the very least, getting me close. Think about it. And at that point, he actually stands. He's like, this actually works to our extreme advantage.
How so?
Do tell.
What? She's been adorned with people like us. She's been adorning herself with sprites. If you dress yourself up as a lady. If you dress yourself in the fashion of the area, and all of a sudden have not one or two sprites on your shoulder.
God damn it! No!
Think about it, Nora. Nora, surely you can understand.
No, we do.
Think about it.
We're just not very ladylike.
I'm afraid this is coming. Well, we were both trained.
I mean, we're all ladies, so, it's fine.
Exactly. What, you're ladies?
Yes.
Nope.
But you don't need to know more.
You don't need to know. That was in the old days.
Used to be.
Raymond, upon hearing this, oh, I'm so sorry, my lady.
Oh my god, do
He kinda
not do
both
that. I
bows.
kind of give him like a stink-eye glare. I'm like,
Even Zoom kind of looks and he,
No,
upon seeing
no.
Raymond, he kind of bows too.
No.
Not sure what else to do.
We left
No.
our life behind.
no, long time ago. Different era.
Oh, so sorry. My apologies. Sorry. I don't rightly get to talk to too many official ladies. Or normal ladies, for that matter, but,
I'm a retired lady. I'm retired.
We don't act very ladylike much anymore.
Not ever.
As you've witnessed.
Yeah. And Talal kind of holds up his hand. Regardless, this can work to our advantage. He looks back now at Raymond, who he's kind of been keeping an eye on this whole time, but upon taking this, he looks back at Raymond. He's like, the sprites who she's wearing, are they sitting there willingly? Are they waiting there willingly, or have they been enchanted? Can you tell? And Raymond thinks for a second. He's like, well, I mean, I really haven't gotten too close to actually be able to tell, but, I mean, she wears a lot of jewelry and stuff, and it kind of looks like there's some kind of attachment to it.
Figured.
Oh, that makes me so angry and disgusted. I can't even deal with it.
As far as I'm aware, I don't necessarily know what it is that they do, or if it does anything, but I know they're probably not there on their own free will. And Talal, in this moment, actually looks excited and turns back to you two, like, if you don't have to wear a collar or something kind of thing to attach, if you can persuade her as some kind of loyalty, this. He holds up his wrist.
No, I knew it was gonna be me.
He's like, having something like this. It could be anybody. Having something along these lines of saying that you are essentially placed in a higher status, that you have managed to win certain trusts. If you've been able to, either of you, if you've been able to persuade a sprite to willingly stay with you, can you imagine the head turns it would get among certain people of society who she's managed to convince that this is some kind of fashion statement, that this is some kind of societal standard? He runs his hands through his dark brown hair and kind of tugs at the white tips of his hair. And Vin kind of looks and is like, actually, that doesn't necessarily sound like a bad idea. It could backfire at any particular point in time, mind you, but, you know, of course. I'm always thinking outside the box, Talal. And Talal just looks back and is like, you are never really one to challenge too many things yourself. And he's like, this is simple, logical thinking. Anybody who's anybody, if she's managed to convince them that she is of some kind of special social status by keeping someone chained to her neck, imagine what would happen if someone were willingly...
I mean, he makes a really good fucking point.
That is a really good point. Madison's thought about this.
I know, goddamn it. That's why she had this whole shit happen in the first place.
Ooh, okay.
Boom, Madison.
No, this is good. It's. I mean, I was thinking the same. Not exactly the same, but kind of the same. Okay, fine.
He's like, we don't have to do it today.
I mean, I'm gonna have to go get clothes. I mean, all I own are that kind of like armor, bro.
I guess we know.
All of the guys simultaneously, Vin, Zoom, Talal, and Raymond, all take this moment and look at you both and this simultaneous head tilt of, sure, like.
I feel so judged.
That's so funny.
So many eyes. Stop looking at me.
Oh man. All right. Well, I guess we know what we're doing the rest of the day.
More shopping. No.
All right. It might take us a while. We have to fit the part.
I hate dresses.
Loki, this is kind of fun. Can we go dress shopping?
Oh, Talavin's like, I have not worn a dress in.
It's like, well, are you all familiar enough with the local fashion in order to make these kinds of judgments?
Intelligent checks.
Oh, no, you're ladies. I didn't mean to insult you. Like,
No, trust me, it wasn't insulting. I haven't worn a dress in 8 years. Intelligence check, if I was to go shopping by myself, would I buy the right things?
Well, yes.
Make an intelligence check.
Ooh, that's good.
People.
21.
21. You've been observing the different people. Maybe you weren't necessarily paying to the signs and the various letters associated with the different buildings, but seeing the people, seeing this kind of functional fashion, the way that the dresses and the skirts are bundled up in certain ways, the way that people are wearing hats to fit the overall atmosphere of the city, you gather you could probably come up with a pretty good outfit. You could probably come up with something that would be a statement as well as fit the criteria that Talal has.
Okay, so also though, we've only been in the bottom tier. If we were go to this higher tier, would the people be dressed differently? I feel like they would
Based on that intelligence roll, probably.
Okay, so I would have to
They might be dressed a little bit different.
Okay, so
He's been there.
Vin, you've been to the top tier. How differently are they dressed up there compared to down here?
There are a lot of special adornments. I mean, earrings, and you can actually see he actually has his own earrings.
Oh God, he's so cute. What does he look like? You didn't even tell us yet.
I did. He has dark hair, which is also flecked in white at the very bottom. He's got these coal black eyes. His face is a little bit thinner, a little slightly gaunt, and he's very live. But at the same time, he looks like he can hold his own.
Oh, yeah, what a good boy.
He's very, very pale, very pale.
Gotcha. All right. Well,
Alrighty.
we need to plan it through, but
Let's go
I'm in favor.
shopping.
Usually you're so excited.
Only when I'm buying cool shit.
I look at Zoom and tell him, like, do you guys want to come?
Zoom and Talal, but Zoom looks a little bit apprehensive and just kind of like, and Talal's like, yes, absolutely.
Oh, come on, damn it.
He folds his arms as you kind of give him this look, and he's like, if I'm going to be sitting on your shoulder or Nora's shoulder, if I'm going to be paraded around, I need to make sure that whatever color scheme that I'm wearing matches whatever you're doing.
Fine.
It's natural social status.
Social status.
Do the sprites wear
I
particular
might not know very much.
Yeah, what do the sprites wear that are on these people's shoulders?
Vin takes a second and is like, well, that's the thing. So sometimes it depends.
Please tell me they're not naked.
No.
Okay, look, I'm just saying.
Not that.
People are fucking
Not
weird
that
with
far
their
yet.
fashion statements.
Not that far yet. They have been very scantily clad from what I have seen.
I don't like this. Alright.
And as far as I'm aware, things do seem to be catching on. The few times I've been out, there have been a few other individuals who have also sported the same.
It's okay.
All right.
Let's go ahead and get this plan on the roll then. We need to...
Get this plan on the roll.
On the roll! Ooh, natural one!
I got
Oh,
two.
this is gonna be really bad.
At this point, Raymond actually looks and he's like, it's you asked for a bargain on some of the other things. Are you currently low on coin?
I
I said I'd help in whatever way I could. Would loaning you some coin in order to get some kind of special outfit in order to help. If it helps contribute to freeing them.
We'll see.
That's not
Maybe later I'll come back and take one of those spells, but we'll see. For now, we're even.
All right. Vin, are you wanting to go back upstairs, or are you gonna stay put? Vin, in this moment, looks torn. As he sees Talal, it just looks like they still need more time to catch up. That 1,000 years have passed since everything just started happening to them, and that they could probably take the next week and just talk about everything that's ended up happening. As they jumped in on the conversation, and for some of the part they were quiet, but there were moments where they would converse back and forth. And then he kind of looks back. He's like, I suppose I can stay here. Right. He's like, he looks to all of you and he's like, I hope you don't take this as a threat, but I'd better see him again. We've got far too much to catch up on for this to be goodbye.
Are there any other friendly shop owners that you'd like to let us know about that might
Try to steal
try
our
to
friend
take
away.
him? If not, then you'll see him again.
Friendly or maybe
Raymond's
not.
like, no. I only thought I could, probably shouldn't have, but I thought I could get away with it. Maybe I'm not as clever as I thought.
No, we just are aware sometimes.
After the fact.
After the fact, maybe, but we do care for him a great deal.
Ba-ding!
He looks at Vin. He's like, if you want to try and fly invisible along with him, I'll make sure the shop's still open. If you want to come back or whatever. I mean, not supposed to. I mean, you can stay here as long as you want, but you feel free to leave if that's what you feel. And Vin's like, he just again just has this moment where his shoulders sag, and he's like, no, I'm going to stay here because I'm going to see my friend again. And this is going to be all right. And we're going to go set the others free.
Well, Raymond, perhaps you should come.
Well, we can pick him up in the morning.
No, I mean, Raymond can come because, I mean, do you have formal wear? Are you going to come with us into the upper district?
Oh, I certainly could. I mean, I can be pretty useful, but only to a certain extent. Don't necessarily have a whole lot of talent with tongue, as it were.
That's more her department.
Nora
He
blushes.
gives you this look.
Nora blushes like, no.
He also blushes, and both of you simultaneously anime look away.